Parece que a jogada vai ser passagem real, enquanto o Hit estava à frente, tentava e se livrava do primeiro, leva mais um, e aí ganha confiança, vai partindo pra frente, leva o terceiro, e o Hit vai acabar de um round, é ace dele!
Marquez spots one, takes down Shaz, takes down Dangerous, Eagle, they're so weak, Eagle, they're so weak!
Welcome to The Headshot, where we break down the latest and greatest from the VCT. With Masters Berlin in the books, it's time to look ahead to our next events, the Last Chance Qualifiers. Soon, the top-ranked teams from each region who have yet to qualify for champions will meet in the LCQ to compete for the final 4 slots. Let's get to know some of the star players you should be looking for in each region.
Ele quer mais, ele vai buscar 5K do Xion!
There have been a lot of last-minute roster moves in NA heading into their LCQ event. One of the most notable trades is Vanity. The former IGL of version 1 is now the IGL for Cloud9 Blue. NALCQ will be Vanity's first event with Cloud9, but it's definitely not his first rodeo. Vanity is a seasoned pro who competed in other FPS titles before entering Valorant. He made a name for himself in the VCT as the leader of version 1, helping them find great success in Challengers Stage 2 and Masters Reykjavik. He was also one of the first VCT players to put Astra on the map, unlocking her full potential early on when she hit the scene. Vanity has become known for his excellent leadership, his individual skill, and his wild showmanship. His personal stats are surprisingly high for an IGL, regularly placing near the top of his team's scoreboard. Are Vanity and his new team ready to take on some of NA's finest at the Last Chance Qualifiers? Find out when the action begins on October 12th.
It's a meat grinder, Vanity, rip them to shreds!
Europe, CIS, Turkey, and the Middle East are all coming together to compete for one champion's ticket in the EMEA LCQ. One player to keep an eye on is the legendary Sturban from Futbolist. Futbolists were once the kings of Turkey, but some rocky performances in the latter half of the season have kept them from qualifying from any international events. Throughout all of this, Sturban has been a consistent force, regularly top fragging for his team no matter what agent or map he plays. The thing that sets Sturban apart from the crowd is his agent pool. He strictly plays controller agents like Viper, Astra, and Omen. Despite this, he still manages to regularly outperform the duelist and entry fraggers in the server. Sturban also currently holds the global VCT record for peak average combat score. In the Stage 1 Challengers 1 main event, he achieved a whopping 602 ACS as Brimstone on split against Team Aurora. Sturban can always pop off when it counts, but the EMEA LCQ will be his biggest challenge yet. Keep an eye out for him and Futbolist when the event begins on October 10th. Korea, Japan, India, and the SEA region will all battle for a champion slot at the Asia Pacific Last Chance Qualifier. If you watched Masters Berlin, you might recognize a few faces at this event, like Paper Rex and their duelist Forsaken. Although Paper Rex lost early in Berlin, Forsaken caught a lot of attention with his flashy jet plays. This young Indonesian talent put the world on notice with some insane stats at Berlin, achieving a total average combat score of 239 despite going 0-2 in group play. His peak ACS at Masters was 307 as Jet on Icebox in a close game against Vision Strikers. At only 17 years old, Forsaken has skill beyond his years, standing toe-to-toe with some of the greatest players in the world at Masters Berlin. His career has only just begun, so be sure to keep an eye out for him as he continues to grow and fight for a spot at Champions. The Asia Pacific Last Chance Qualifier begins on October 11th, and you're not going to want to miss it.
Let's go!
Lastly, we've got South America, where LATAM and Brazil will come together for one final shot at Champions. Between both regions, there's a huge amount of talent at this event, but one team you might not know is Six Karma and their rising star duelist Xander. Six Karma have been a powerhouse of LATAM since the beginning of the VCT. They were previously known as LDM Esports, and they've scored some huge wins in the region, including LATAM North Stage 1 Masters. Xander is an excellent player who's made a name for himself as one of LATAM's top duelists. He's known for running circles around the competition with his Jet and Raze. He currently holds one of the highest total ACS records in LATAM at 271, just a few points behind his rival Kesnet from Crew. Crew have consistently had a leg up on Six Karma in LATAM events, but they won't be at the LCQ because they've already qualified for Champions. With their rivals finally out of the way, Could this be Six Karma's chance to qualify for their first international tournament? Find out when South America's LCQ begins on October 11th. Now that we know who to look out for, let's check in with Effys, who recently took over as the IGL of version 1. How have they been preparing for the NALCQ?
My name is Loic Sauvageau, also known as Effys, and I play for Team version 1.
Cryptic's having to fly back in, but Effys again!
We've just been playing a lot of Valorant. Obviously, we've had to change the IGL role and team change since Anthony moved on to another team.
Version 1 refused to go away.
It's just about getting me more comfortable in the IGL role. I think I've been doing a pretty good job of adjusting so far. I've called on previous team before, so it's definitely not something new to me.
Beautiful recall, information, and the sprayed out a follow for Effys.
I learned a lot playing with Vanity as well. I mean, I like his loose calling styles, and I'm just trying to incorporate that into my own. But I also want to incorporate more structure on the team so that we can have more consistent results.
And Celsius with 3.
Masters Reykjavik for us was all about getting comfortable on LAN and more stressful matches. Listen, everybody plays the game a lot. If we want to compete with the best, we have to put in more work than we previously did.
Effys alone in a 1v2. Oh my gosh! Effys, are you kidding me?
I think the biggest threat is 100 Thieves. I mean, moving forward into a LAN environment, I'm pretty sure that these guys are probably the #1 threat for everyone. But I'm more looking forward to a rematch against Gen.G, honestly. They took us out at the NA Challenger Stage 3, and I feel like we didn't play great. So I think I want to fix that and get a rematch against them.
Celsius picks up a 3rd.
I think the other region that I'll have a look at is Europe, because I like their playstyle, and they're obviously the other biggest contender for the Worlds. I want to play against Gambit because I feel like they are the best team in the world, and I don't know, I just want to play against the best, and I want to get lurked on by Nats. So that's it really.
Which player are you looking forward to seeing in the LCQs? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the action. Thanks for watching The Headshot. For upcoming matches and schedules, check out ValorantEsports.com. We'll see you next time for more updates on all things Valorant Champions Tour.